China has a mystique like no other place in the world. Since the time of Marco Polo, China has been a source of wonderment to travelers. Exotic cities like Beijing, Xi'an, Guilin, and Shanghai are alluring, inviting travelers to come and explore that which can only be discovered in China today. For centuries, China was closed to Westerners. But over the past few years, the doors to this mysterious and fascinating country have opened wide. While tourism is new to China, the hospitality of the Chinese people is thousands of years old. In just the last few years, China has been changing rapidly. Upgraded tourist facilities and a modernized transportation system are now becoming the standard. Hotels throughout China have gained an international reputation for first-class accommodations and outstanding service. Travelers have the best of the modern world while discovering the wonders of the ancient and experiencing one of the oldest countries. Touring China today is traveler-friendly, exciting, safe, and comfortable. You're invited to come and discover the new China today. Situated in the north, Beijing is the most modern city of China and the center of China's politics. It's a busy capital city, governing 1/5 of the world's population and treasure house of Chinese culture. Beijing is steeped in the history and traditions of ancient dynasties. For centuries, the Forbidden City was the seat of power for 24 Chinese emperors, but off limits to commoners. Now, open to everyone, the Forbidden City is located in the heart of Beijing. It's one of the most visited sites in China. Walking through this magnificent palace museum, you're immersed in the grandeur of the Ming and Qin dynasties. The Forbidden City is the largest imperial palace in the world, covering over 170 acres. It contains 800 buildings with more than 1 million rare artifacts. Adjacent to the Forbidden City is the Children's Palace, where visitors can watch as talented and gifted children are tutored in traditional Chinese arts. Early each morning, street corners and parks throughout the city are filled with people of all ages, ballroom dancing, practicing sword, and the ancient art of Tai Chi shadow boxing. As you first look upon the Great Wall of China, it's impossible not to be awestruck at the man-made structure. Imagine the labor it took to build a wall 6,000 kilometers long. The massive Great Wall is the icon of China, symbolizing this great country's strength and endurance. Tours to the renovated sites of Badaling and Mutianyu, about 70 kilometers north of Beijing, are the best locations to see the wall. When you walk the wall, you feel as if you've walked into history. Less than a 2-hour flight southwest of Beijing in central China is Xi'an, home of the famous Terracotta Army. Xi'an is considered the birthplace of the Chinese nation, dating back more than 5,000 years. The massive city wall and moat surrounding the city are a monument to the importance of Xi'an. It was here that caravans started on the Silk Road to Europe, changing the Western world forever. Within these city walls, modern hotels are surrounded by a rich cultural heritage that invites exploration. "40 kilometers from downtown, you arrive at the burial site of the first Qin emperor. 3 large vaults house priceless artifacts from the Qin dynasty. As you look out on thousands of life-size soldiers faithfully standing guard, it's easy to see why the site is considered to be the 8th wonder of the world. Look closely at each warrior and notice that no 2 faces are alike. Discovered in 1974 by a farmer digging for water, excavation continues today, unearthing more treasures of Emperor Qin's tomb. One of the high points of a visit to Xi'an is a day tour to the new folk art village, just a short drive from the city center. Artistry and craftsmanship from 18 ethnic cultures, some more than 1,000 years old, have been authentically recreated. A visit to the village is a unique opportunity to view firsthand and purchase traditional arts and crafts as they're handmade. Guilin, truly one of the most beautiful natural settings in the world. A serene landscape, surrounded by karst limestone hills and caverns in a fantasy-like setting. Cruising down the Liu River, visitors capture the spirit of China. The pace is slower and more relaxed here. This is the heartland of China. Around each bend, tour boats pass through breathtaking scenery. At midpoint on the 4-hour cruise, some tours stay overnight at the Foggy Mountain Resort. Located next to a small village in a magical valley of mist-covered peaks, the resort is surrounded by gardens and rice paddies. Visitors are welcome to explore the village, float through mysterious caverns, and watch fishermen with their cormorants. journey continues with the cruise ending at the quaint village of Yangshan, a perfect place for souvenir shopping. Guilin's rich folk heritage is preserved at the Liujiong Folk Customs Center. Audience participation is encouraged during traditional dance performances. Colorful minority nationalities from around Guilin have retained a strong cultural pride, and they're anxious to share it with new friends. Shanghai, the pearl of the Orient. Shanghai is China's largest city, densely populated, yet sophisticated. It's an intriguing, fast-paced city, where East meets West. Postcard perfect, Yuyang Gardens is a classical Chinese garden, ingeniously designed in tranquil settings. Ornate rock formations, lotus ponds, and interconnecting paths. In Old Shanghai, shopping tours through the Mandarin Bazaar offer a variety of interesting curio shops and food stalls along a maze of narrow streets and alleyways. Shopping and exploring the city streets of Shanghai is fun and fashionable. Shoppers bargain with merchants day and night along Nanjing Street, the Fifth Avenue of China. Stepping out for an evening in Shanghai, the city has an international reputation for excellent cuisine. There are more than 10,000 specialty dishes in China. Shanghai comes alive at night with entertainment. The city has the pulse and excitement of New York, London, or Paris. China is a country of festivals. Almost every week in any city, minority nationalities proudly display their cultural heritage. Shanghai is an international port of call. There's a wonderful overnight cruise around the harbor. The views are spectacular at night, with the Bund awash in colorful lights. Today, Shanghai is preparing for its role as the gateway to the Orient in the 21st century. Travelers are discovering and exploring China in record numbers. New tour packages for groups and individuals, increased airline schedules, and online computer links for fast, efficient bookings now make it possible for travelers to easily explore the wonders of ancient China. Visitors to China take home more than just photographs. They take home unforgettable impressions of one of the most important cultures of the ancient and modern world. Many travelers return to China again and again to discover and rediscover a country that will always remain mysterious and alluring to Western eyes. A trip to China is truly a trip of a lifetime.